If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Neo-Space Road. I've been trying my best to keep the series going because people have been really enjoying it. So this week we're going to be playing sort of a modified version of the more standard, I guess, junk and debris kind of Spacian builds that are out there. This list was partially inspired by my teammate Fitz, who had his own Neo-Spacian build he's been playing lately. So as you can see, we're basically just going all in on like milling cross porter and then just triple junk synchron. So I kind of played like junk but no debris, where we're just going to be using junk synchron a lot because I feel like the debris plays are super weak. Honestly, it's pretty much always just like iron chain dragon or ancient fairy dragon, and just you're just poking with like some moderately big vanilla, not even really, it's like 21 25. So I feel like the junk synchron plays are a lot better. You can make more like different, you can make generic synchros and stuff. Also, it's a dark monster. Also, you can get it off Rhoda. So I decided to just go full in on this. As you can see, we have Dad Sork standard, Trag Gore is also pretty standard, then triple Armonite with triple Raikou to mill the triple cross porter. A lot of people don't know that Raikou will actually proc the cross porter because in Edison they are simultaneous, or actually they're not simultaneous. What am I talking about? they're the opposite of simultaneous. So Raikou will make things miss timing in Edison, but it's destroy first and then mill, so mill's the last thing to happen. So it will still proc the cross porter and not make it miss timing, which is very cool. Also, it's another level 2 for Junk Synchron. And I didn't play any Raikou, or I didn't play any Charge or Card Trooper because those will make the cross porter miss timing. I just played the 3 Raikou. And then we're on 4 Spacians with triple contact. Because I have triple Avarice, I feel like we can kind of sort of get away with it. The Avarice I've been feeling kind of iffy on, but I don't know. I feel like you sort of need to play it. You need to either play this or more like Dark Samorg or some way to convert off having the monsters in the graveyard. Otherwise, it just feels like you don't have enough. You don't have enough payoffs there. So I'm on the average for now, and then just a bunch of staples. So not a lot to say about that. A bunch of Frog Hate, a bunch of generic extra deck synchro monsters, and then the ones that we make with Junk Synchron. So it's all we really got to say about the deck profile. It's a fun deck, so we're gonna be trying it out. I got 2 different replays. First one's against Frogs, which I guess we'll show that one first since the Frog games are never that exciting, really. We open... This hand's not bad, but it's just kind of slow, and we don't have a good turn 1 normal summon. So it didn't feel great at the time, but it's fine. We get Typhoon here, and then my opponent has 1-for-1 sub, which it's not the greatest feeling, but at the same time, the Heavy Storm wasn't doing anything, so trading it with Typhoon is kind of just like a +1 in my favor, where this would otherwise just be a -1, basically playing against Frogs in game number 1. So I top deck the Armageddon Knight. I'm like, alright, I could Brain Control and then just out this right now, but I decided I just want to like send this so that I can get some value out of my Junk Synchron. We end up dropping Gores here, and then it's like we can just have like a bunch of dudes on the field, you know, and he's going to need multiple cards to answer this board. We get to out everything, and we get to gain 600 in end phase to sort of help recoup what we lost to the Caius play. So the opponent, one of their cards is Swap Frog, and they have 3 other cards, and they need like a lot of gas to answer this, and they just don't have it. They have to make this like kind of crappy play here. They maybe should have set the Regeki Break here. I think I made a mistake. I should have taken the swap because Prodigy we can just get rid of whenever we want, but if this Gores gets outed, then we can't actually out the swap. I guess we end up like summoning Panther and outing it anyway, though, I think. Yeah, I don't remember, but the opponent goes down to 15, and then here we can just out the Battle Fader, and that's the end of game number 1. So pretty good game number 1. I feel like from these replays, we're going to see that Aqua Dolphin is actually like MVP. Card is so good. I mean, it's like mid versus Blackwing Hero Beat and stuff, but like every other deck, card just crushes, and I feel like you should still play it just because it's a warrior for Rhoda to make your engine more consistent. And like it can still sometimes come up even in those weird matchups. But I think Aqua Dolphin does a ton of work in a ton of matchups as well. So here we have to use the Dyna to out the dupe lock. I think we don't have another great way. We go for a Junk Synchron. I decided to make a Taster because we know about the Malicious Edge, and then I end up forget what I do. I think I have Mind Crush from Miracle Fusion or something, and then I just scoop when I see his hand, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Maybe I could have played that out, but it was looking really bad for me because I was going to have to pitch a card on top of that. So I just decided we'll win game number 3, and I get the Aqua Dolphin again because I'm like, that card is pretty good. The opponent just sets, so I summon the Dolphin again. We rip the Substitoad, feeling pretty good. The opponent's hand, though, is very strong, actually. They just need, they don't have a hero, I guess, so the Miracle's kind of dead, but Brain Caius, looking pretty good. They have another Treeborn access, even though we ripped the Substitoad as well. Just pretty good for them. I set 2 because I know about the end phase Geki break that's coming, and I feel like if they Brain, we could flip Mask of Restrict. Otherwise, I just want to use Rug on this, so that's what we do. And then here, I could have summoned Dyna, but I realized I had lethal if I top decked Armageddon Knight exactly, and then I just do. So I can send Porter and then pitch the Dark Panther, check for Gores, Battle Fader, Trag, whatever, and then just summon Dark Armed and push for game. So that was pretty exciting. Cool little match against Frogs. Other replay I have is against Fairies, which, pretty fitting. He's got the Herald of Orange avatar over here. So game 1, they go Trooper Mill 3. I think they probably should have just started by setting Angel here, because, yeah, this lets me do this, and then this plays pretty good. Kind of, like, turns on my Sword of Dead hand. They go for Dimmalk. They miss, which I don't even know if they should be going for Dimmalk. They should probably just set DD Warrior Lady, get it banished, and then have, like, the Dimmalk live. We draw Contact, which is insane. We definitely needed that. Here, I consider we could use Mind Control, but I don't. We don't really need to, because we don't need to spend anything out the Dimmalk since he banished a Torrential. So he goes for it again, and then he misses again. I'm just like, what the hell? Why does this guy... And then I see his hand as the DD Warrior Lady. I'm like, what the hell is going on in this game? So we get rid of DD Warrior Lady. If we... Yeah, he's on 2 fairies, so we do have to worry about Christia coming down, I guess. I go for Sork rather than Avarice. I decided to hold the Avarice a bit longer, which you can see from these games. The Avarice kind of ended up getting held a long time in these games. So he needs to out the Sork, I guess. So he hits over with Honest, and now he's on 3 fairies. So if I kill this, Christia is actually just live. But I can Dolphin Rip the last one and then kill this anyway. So he'll be on 5. I think... Okay, I do this, and then I decide to Avarice. And then we Foolish another Porter or something, and we have a Junk Synchron play into Stardust. So, yeah, that helps play around stuff. And we can just put him on 5 fairies and not have to worry about it. The set card actually is RFDD, but there's only 1 banished Dimmalk, so it's not going to do anything. Opponent's going to lose game number 1. Game number 2... Oh, I didn't side for this matchup at all. Obviously, I brought in, like, the kitchen sink for Frogs, because it's Frogs, but Fairies, I'm just like, you get a pass, That's how it is. So he hits into my Raikou. Unfortunately, I tragically mill this Cross Porter. Maybe I should have killed the Thunder King because of that, because I would have gotten a search. But, yeah, I end up going for the back row. I didn't think about that, I guess. And here we end up using the Brained out the Thunder King. We hit into DD Warrior Lady. He actually banishes it, which I'm not sure was correct. Now we can just make a Taster and, like, ride that to victory again. So that's what we're going to do. I think I hit in just to try to get this face up. But not going to work. He's got the Compulsory. Attacks for 14. We draw for turn. We get Dust Shooter, but it's no big deal at this point in the game. The opponent Raikou's my Judgment, which we're kind of cool with. Yeah. I've been holding this Torrential all game. I'm just like, I want to get a good Torrential. I want to get a good Torrential. So we go for Cataster, and then I think he calls back Freed and kills it, which is pretty good. He makes a big mistake, though, when he prios this Dimmalk, so I can Torrential and misses timing. So very good for me. He apparently just didn't know Dimmalk missed timing. Kind of understandable. It's a bit of a wonky ruling that matters a lot in Edison format. So we got an Avarice. We draw some cards. I think I just set the heavy. I don't want him to ram a Recruiter into my Armageddon Knight, so I decided to just chill for a moment. I dropped Trag, and now it's like, okay, I can Trag, pitch Arma, steal this. I heavy, and the set was returned, so we kind of dodged a bullet there. That would have messed us up pretty bad. I guess we had Bottomless in hand, which would have gotten rid of a lot of it, but yeah. So we do this. We make Cataster for like the 15th time this match. Poor Fairy player, and yeah, that's going to be the end of the game. So I thought this version of the deck was pretty fun. It has some solid stuff going on. Anyway, let me know what you thought in the comments section, and I will see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.